It's more like a kind of thing. So descriptive. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a bit of a transformation, and honestly I look like garbage, at least in my eyes. We're gonna address this hair in just a second, but my skin is dry because I basically washed and exfoliated, but I haven't done my skincare because I wanted to do that on camera as well. So we're gonna dive right into some skincare. The first things first, I want to tell you guys about my new serum. So this is the Privage serum from Elizabeth Arden. Now I was sent this to try out, but this video is not sponsored. I just wanted to show it to you guys. I was sent this by Look Fantastic and Elizabeth Arden, so thank you to them for sending me this product to try. This is like an amazing anti-aging serum. This has powerful antioxidants. It's great for fine lines, wrinkles, sun damage. It does so much for your skin. So this is what the serum looks like, and I wanted to tell you guys too that they also did offer a discount code for you guys. It is not an affiliate one, so I won't make anything off of it, but if you would like to use the code AMY20 on the Look Fantastic website, I will of course have it linked below. I'm going to link this product, but I actually tried my discount code and you can use it on other products as well. And if you don't know, Look Fantastic carries so much. Like, I was just quickly scrolling through. They have NYX, Tony Moly, they have The Ordinary, Elizabeth Arden, clearly. They have so many brands. Like, you can find all your beauty products there. So definitely check out that description box because you can find so much. I even saw like lime crème is on there. You guys may know, if you watch my Vlogmas videos, I have ordered an advent calendar from Look Fantastic for the past couple of years, and they have all the brands, like literally everything that you need. I'm just enjoying massaging this serum in. It feels really nice and luxurious, but also my skin was in need of a lot. But this has vitamin E as well, so even though it is just a serum that is treating my skin, I'm also getting some nourishment. Anybody else distracted by my horrible hair right now? So thank you to Look Fantastic for sending me this. I will have everything that I'm going to talk about in this video linked below, and I will of course be linking my Privage serum, and I will have that discount code below as well, and you can use that on anything on their website, so definitely go and check it out. Before we get into the rest of my skincare, I've got to do something with this hair. So I'm going to use my favorite dry shampoo. This is the IGK First Class. This one has charcoal in it, and let me tell you, after a couple days, my hair is very oily and I need a lot of help there. I've gotten better about learning how to let my hair go several days. This has been like my best friend, and I love other dry shampoos, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to like, I really need to wash it at this point, this is what I have to grab. I'm not going to massage it in just yet. I'm just going to use, wow, an old school clip in my hair, and we're going to let that sit. You'll see a little bit of a white cast at first, but honestly, the moment I go to massage this in, it just blends right into the hair. But my hair is going to feel so freaking clean, and that is amazing. So I felt like having a little bit more of a chit chat, get ready with me style video. I don't do these often, and a lot of you guys have been asking me to share my makeup tips and tutorials, and we can kind of talk about tips and tricks while I'm doing my makeup. But for right now, skincare is needed. So I'm going to go in with the Murad Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture for Eyes. I want a little bit of hydration around my eye area. And if you guys don't know, Murad is one of my go-to brands for skincare. Although I love skincare from so many brands, I feel like I can really trust that Murad products are going to work for me. I've had really good experiences with everything. For moisture, I'm actually going to try something new. So this is from Winky Lux, and this is the Dream Jelly Hydrator. It's got really cute packaging, little floral on top, and then super sleek and white. So I have found lately that some gel moisturizers can be hydrating enough for me. I just have to kind of pick and choose, and this one feels creamy and luxurious while still feeling lightweight. I like this so far. It feels really nice. It's just the first use, but I will keep you guys updated. And I'm also going to go in with the Glow Recipe Lip Pop, the watermelon one. So this one does do a little bit of exfoliation, and it's also going to moisturize my lips, which I really need right now. All right, so skin is prepped. I am going to be going in with a foundation that's not brand new, but I have not tried yet. It's the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation. So with this one, I believe they recommend using no primer, or if you do prime, using something hydrating. So I'm going to kind of go in between, and I'm going to use the Fourth Ray Avocado Face Milk. So not technically a face primer, but something to give a little extra hydration under this foundation. We're going to drip it, drop it on. I had someone comment and say, you should really consider not touching those to your face. And by all means, like, I understand, but on the other hand, like, my skin is clean, my hands are clean, and I'm going in with a product that I'm the only one who's going to be using. So take that with a grain of salt. I mean, obviously there is bacteria everywhere, everything you touch all over the place. Does it graze my face sometimes? Maybe. Do I recommend it to you? No, I'm not gonna go off on that. So I'm actually gonna look up with this foundation because I'm not 100% sure what they recommend. Foundation. How to use. Step 1, hydrate. Formula does not require primer. Use half a pump, work in sections, dot onto face and blend using your preferred tool. It says preferred tool, okay. For a luminous finish, a damp makeup sponge. Okay, so I'm kind of more into the luminous finish, so I'm gonna go with my initial thought and use a sponge. I'm gonna give it a little shake just in case. And they say half a pump. I don't know, I just pumped a tiny bit on both fingers. So I'm just going to dab. She's so professional. That feels like literally nothing, so I don't know what's gonna happen with the amount that I've... Okay, she's got a little extra coverage. It is spreading a lot more than I would expect with just that tiny little bit. The consistency is more fluid, which a lot of times would lend to using a brush to make sure you don't lose any coverage, but I'm not mad at this. I wouldn't mind using maybe a tiny bit more to get that luminous finish with a sponge and maintain the coverage. You know what I mean? But that spread pretty well. Hello. I've had this foundation for a little while and now I'm feeling like, dang, what have I been missing? Ooh, baby, look at that. That got wider. Let's ignore her. She's a little dusty. I want a little bit of extra coverage, but I don't want to go all out and, you know, use way more than what is suggested. So I'm just gonna dab in those areas where I need a little extra. All right, I think she's good. I've probably used a whole pump at this point. It's hard to tell because I'm not pushing the pump all the way down, but maybe like a full pump at this point. Also, I got this shirt at Target for $9 and I'm feeling it. I think it's cute. It's a little bit of a crop. It's got the stars and it says NASA. Please excuse me if you can see my bralette through that. Okay, I am actually really liking this so far. It still looks and feels very skin-like at this point. It does not feel heavy in the slightest. It gave me like medium coverage, I would say at this point. You can definitely see that it's covering, but it certainly does not look or feel like full coverage or heavy. So yay. I also do have the concealer from Hourglass, Vanished Airbrush Concealer. So this should be a really good match for that. So for anybody wondering, I used Alabaster in the foundation and I have the shade Birch in the concealer. My only hesitation was this looked a little bit yellow, but we're just going to try. It doesn't look too bad though. It actually looks a little bit more neutral as I'm putting it on. I'm gonna start out light and just leave it at that for a second because with the coverage of the foundation, I'm a little afraid I don't wanna go overboard. So let's see how this blends. So how are you guys feeling about coronavirus? Such a fun topic. But on a serious note, like we were planning a trip to New York and you know, it wasn't set in stone. There was no like big major thing happening. And I was just like, you know, we could just postpone for a little while. Why put yourself in harm's way if, you know, maybe you can avoid it by just postponing a little while. I'm not freaking out by any means and saying like, we can't go. But I was like, you know, let's just talk about it. We could save up a little bit more money and maybe take a different trip. We've been also talking about going to California and seeing some of Zach's family, and I was also thinking about possibly going to Sephora. I think, fingers crossed, they're gonna hold it again, and I think last year it was in September. I haven't seen any dates for that, but I'm like, okay, we were gonna go in April, but we could wait a while, take a trip in September, and go out to California. So maybe that would be a good option. But, you know, I'm not panic stricken, but also I do think that, you know, we have to take it seriously enough to be prepared and just make the right choices. Does that make sense? Let's, for God's sakes, change the subject. So this concealer is doing pretty good. It's only trying to slightly crease right under my eye, which I have that problem no matter what I do. I do feel like a little bit of my foundation coverage in this area might have been picked up by my sponge where, you know, my sponge was clean and kind of tapping that area. So I'm just adding a tiny bit more. And now that I know how it's going, just add a little bit of coverage and a little bit more brightening. I'm actually really loving this so far. Very, very pleasantly surprised. I'm gonna use a Fenty Beauty powder. I have the shade Butter. I have not used this one. I've actually had it for a while. I also like that this one has like the little removable sifter that fits right into there so it's not making a mess. So shout out to Riri. I have all these products that have been out for, you know, couple months, few months that I just haven't used, and I'm like, what have I been doing? I guess I've been using the same products over and over and over again. Something is happening under here. Okay, I'm gonna try it with my sponge. I was trying to go light-handed, but I think the powder is, I don't know, reacting some weird way with the concealer. Look how dark it looks right up under my eye. I like to press a little extra powder on my nose. A lot of people ask like how my makeup doesn't leave my nose. I mean, I just kind of bake it a little bit. I don't know, this is behaving a little funky under my eyes. I don't want to let that sit too long because I don't understand what's going on. So I'm using a very feathery type of brush to just sweep that away. It looks so bright like here, but then doesn't look very bright right around my eye. And I'm like, girl, what is happening? I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of powder in those areas where I might crease or foundation might try to gather. I'm going to spare you guys my brows. I'm not going to do that on camera because it would take forever. So I'm going to get brows done and then we will come back and work on the rest of my face. All right, I used my Goof Poof brow pencil, but I didn't use my 24-hour brow setter. Just doing my good old Benefit brows today. This is pretty much what I've been doing every single day. By the way, I got super jealous watching Shanxo's little brow lamination video because I wish I had brows that came in closer. Like I fill in basically from here over, it's all filled in because, you know, you guys see me without brows on all the time. My brows just don't come in far enough and I can't get that like beautiful natural look. And I keep putting like my grande brow right here and it's growing, it's working, but like not soon enough, and it's just like little sprigs sprouting up. It makes me sad. Okay, but anyway, Benefit brows help a lot. I'm actually going to use this Morphe highlight contour. This is the 8L. What are your guys' thoughts on Morphe lately? I'm also drinking my Liquid IV, this lemon lime. So I'm gonna try this shade Donut right here and we're gonna see how we do. But what are you guys thinking about Morphe right now? Like the palette situation to me was super strange. Maybe I'm not like fully aware of everything, but I just don't understand like how you can say vegan palette and then it's got carmine in it. Also this palette, no, I don't like this. This like immediately went on so uneven and not cute. Okay, that's not the feeling I was going for, but I guess that's my thoughts on Morphe at the moment. On a serious note, like I don't know how I feel about all that, but it just seems like nothing that Jacqueline is involved with ever goes right. I really don't know my thoughts. I don't even have like an opinion for real because I've used Morphe and I like it, but I've never been like hardcore Morphe, and honestly some of the brushes I have are like falling apart. But either way, if it says vegan and it's got carmine in it, like I'm like, girl, no, no thank you. Sorry if you guys can hear my fan. If there's like added noise right now, I'm really sorry, but time to grab a different bronzer because I am not feeling the bronzer in that palette. The highlights are really pretty, but that went on so patchy, no. In lieu of that palette, I'm just gonna use what I've been using, which is the Hoola Light from Benefit, and then I've also been using to contour the Sephora Collection Second Chance number 35. This is the Colorful Contour. This is a really good like neutral, a little bit cool contour, so I've been using that a ton. I've pretty much been using this combination every single day to get my skin a little bit bronzer and then to contour with, and it's been a really good combination. I feel like my chit chat absolutely sucks. Like apparently I'm not good at chit chat because I'm like, coronavirus, amazing. So there's a little bronzing. I'm not going heavy. I feel like the foundation color matched really well and I'm not going to mess with that too much. I'm gonna use this Sephora small contour brush and dip into that. I like to really just coat the brush and then tap off all the excess so it's evenly coated but not too heavy, and like boom, contour. I'm gonna blend that out a little bit more, but you get the idea. Super easy. And then what I like to do is just go back in with my bronzer brush with no added product and blend. And that way it's a little warm. We're heading into spring. I'm ready for some warmth, you know. And then I always like to take a little blending brush, not too big, a little bit smaller, and do my nose contour with that. And I always do the Wayne Goss technique of nose contour because he made a good point one time and he was like, a lot of people just go right here and then their contour stops basically here and it looks unnatural. I keep doing shit like that. Oh my god. So what he was saying was the natural contour will kind of follow this bone that connects up into the eye. So I just brush that contour right up here, and it does look so much more natural because, you know, a real shadow is not just going to stop abruptly. Love me some Wayne Goss. And once more, I always just blend a little bit. You can do many things to help make that a little bit more natural. You can take your bronzer brush and like dust up forward towards the nose. You can take your sponge and lightly just dab to kind of blend it a little bit, but I find that either way kind of works for me. Try both, see what works for you. So that is it for that. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of concealer onto the eyelid. Now I don't know how this one typically performs with shadow. I've been using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the Jeffree Star Concealer, the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover, and they all work pretty good. And by the way, the powder under my eyes like just kind of situated and worked out. I don't know what that initial was, if it just like sat really quickly right up under my eye and the rest of it hadn't like really set fully yet. Maybe that was it. It was a weird like little moment, but it was totally fine afterwards. So take that as you will. So for eyes, I'm going to use the ColourPop Blush Crush palette. I'm really into these like a really soft, neutral, but also pink, very pretty for spring. And I'm not gonna go too crazy. I just want to do my makeup and look cute. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so I've used the shade Lovesick right here, and it basically has blended in with the color of my eye, except showing up just a teensy little bit. So I use that with a Morphe E, I think this is a 23, it's a large blender. I'm going to take the Sigma Firm blender, this is the E44, and I want to grab something with a little bit more depth, so I'm going to take Cheek to Cheek right here. Neutral, dusty rose type of color, and we're going to go into the crease. This is like one of the quickest eyes that I do, and I thought I would just kind of go through it really quickly. So as you saw, I put that first color pretty much all over and blended up above the crease and just blending. It's super easy. I then took the Firm blender, something a little stiffer, a little smaller, and I went into the crease and then the outer corner, and I'm going to go back into the first brush and just blend. This is a super easy way to create what appears to be a lot of work put into your blending, but honestly it's not that much. It's still going to look very diffuse. It's not going to look patchy like you just threw it on, but you kind of did. So then I like to just pack in a little bit more color if I feel like I have diffused the color a little bit too much, and that will kind of add that depth back in, just if you need it or if you want to intensify. And as you see, just put a little bit more of that dimension back in there and deepening that crease. You can go back and forth a few times without spending a lot of time on it. Essentially, it looks like I spend more time on my eyes than I really do. And it's so easy, so don't be discouraged with your blend of your eyeshadow. It just takes practice and getting used to what works for you, what your favorite brushes are. Brushes make such a difference. I mean, of course, the eyeshadow formula as well, but if you've got the right brushes, it's going to kind of do the work for you, and you've just got to go through the steps and go through the motions. So super, super easy. I haven't extended the shadow very much, so what I'm doing is going back in, same Sigma Firm blender, and I'm going to pack a little bit further away from what I have on so far. Go back in with that big blending brush and just kind of pull. And what I mean by that is you're just literally just going right outside where your shadow is and blending further. And you can take it as far as you want. If you go little by little, it's going to look very seamless and very blended. So it's super easy. Do not feel like you can't do this, because you certainly can. And at this point, I want to add a little bit more depth, and there are 3 shades in here that are the matte that have like a little sparkle to them. Some people call them sequins. It is these 3 shades right here, and I actually love all 3 shades, but a lot of times what happens is you see how beautiful it is in the pan, but if you try to blend it, it is going to disperse that little bit of shimmer in there. But sometimes you still want that color. Like right now, I still want to blend How Rouge down here into my eye look, but just kind of be aware that you're probably going to lose that sparkle. So what I'm going to do is just lightly tap it in, and at first I see a little bit of that sparkle, but I am going to lose it. That's okay though, but I want that color. I doubt you'll be able to even see the sparkle at this point. I see a couple little flecks catching the light, but it is doing what I said and kind of just going away. It almost looks like you just put on a matte shadow, but you see the depth and dimension of that. It looks so pretty. But what you can do with a shade like that, if you really want that sparkle to show up, you can put a tacky base on. Sometimes concealer will work. Sometimes you want something a bit stickier like a glitter glue, and really just pack that on there. And the shimmer will stay, but it's just one of those, like, it's kind of tricky to get it perfect and get it the way that you might want it. Pop a Bottle is looking so gorgeous. I have to swatch. Let's see what it... Okay, it doesn't have a lot of pop to it, but it is pretty. It's just more subtle. So it's got this little pearlescent type of shimmer to it. Wow, it's just very subtle, more subtle than I would have expected. Let's swatch these other two that look like they might be a little bit more metallic. Two more shades. I think I'm kind of digging the shade right here. A lot of times I will cut my crease, even with a simple look, just to create more definition. But today I'm just gonna take a little bit of NYX glitter glue. Oh my gosh. My hands are so dry. Is anybody else like washing their hands so much that their hands are just like giving up and they're just so dry? Glitter glue, I'm just gonna pop here, the tackiest part into the corner, and then blend a little bit. Just tap, tap, tap. And then back to the palette. I'm gonna pick up the shade Blossom Up, which is this one right here. And then that first shimmer we kind of swatched that was a little bit less than, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to place it right on the inner corner, and then just a little layer on top of that to give some added shine, because it is one of those that's shiny. It's subtle, but it's a great topper. This is such an easy, effortlessly beautiful eye. It doesn't take a lot of work, and like most of ColourPop palettes, I'm really, really impressed by this one. Oh, look how pretty. Okay, really liking that. You guys probably noticed I do have the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in You're a Catch. That also goes with the Blush Crush collection. I ordered a little set. I'm going to use this. It's a Pro Fan Detail from Sephora collection. It is a really small fan brush. And for some blush, I have the Hourglass Ambient Diffused Heat Lighting Blush. Okay, I actually think that looks quite pretty, and it does come off a little bit pinker than I expected, honestly. With the name Heat, you know, you're thinking something corally or orangey or something like that, but these blushes are so gorgeous because they give you that right amount of flush. It's kind of sheer in a way while still being pigmented that makes it look like it is your skin coming out, so I love that. Everything is feeling and looking really beautiful. I'm so far very impressed with everything that I've used. I'm gonna try really quick these Sweetest Thing Just a Tint. It came with the Blush Crush little collection that I got. I may go in with more of a serious lipstick, but I feel like I just want to try these. So we've got Always Right. Okay. Wow, that is so pretty. What do you guys think of that? I think it's so cute. We've also got the shade Feel Good, which looks like it's a little darker. Let's see if I go around the perimeter. These are so gorgeous. Okay, I am loving these, and I feel like this is the perfect lip to pop in your purse. Lip crayon bundle is a major yes. I really like this whole Blush Crush collection from ColourPop. I don't know if I want to go for a wing with this look, but I do have 3 liners from Carity. You guys have probably seen them, and I have dabbled a little bit, but we've got a gel, an automatic, and a liquid. These are all only $9, and I thought I might do a little bit of tight lining at the very least, and then maybe add some liner. Also, I'm gonna go in my lower lash line with Cheek to Cheek since I didn't do that. I'm gonna try the automatic liner. We're gonna see about a little tight lining here. Can you guys see the difference? So that just kind of thickens up the lash line. I may smudge that a little bit along the top as well, but again, I'm being very like conservative because I don't want to go too harsh. And these are really pigmented too, so you don't need much. Alright, so I do have a new mascara to try. This is the Tarte Big Ego. It's not brand new, but it hasn't been around very long and I have not tried it. It does have an Hourglass brush, so very reminiscent of the Better Than Sex mascara, which of course is, you know, a big favorite. It's honestly not my favorite though, but to each their own. And I'm having a little fallout of the mascara already. I don't normally feel the need to do this, but I'm actually dipping back in. And this is one of the very few formulas that when brand new isn't like thick and wet. It doesn't feel like a new mascara. Does that make any sense? I don't know, I'm not feeling this one too much. I'm seeing some volume, but it's not giving me, you know, a lot of curl, a lot of length, a lot of really anything. It's just kind of thickening my lashes up a little bit. I'm not feeling this one, I have to be honest. When it comes to mascaras, I have my few favorites and nothing really compares to those. And literally CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara is still one of my like all-time favorites. It beats out so many others. So yeah, I'm not feeling this one too much, and it is like flaking down as I'm doing my lashes. Not terrible. It's not a very wet formula, so the flakes that I'm seeing are coming right off. And it's so weird because it didn't really behave like a new mascara. Usually when I crack a new one, I'm like, ugh, it's so thick. And I actually like kind of like it when it gets a bit older, if that makes sense, because it's not as wet a formula. So in theory, I would actually like this one because it doesn't have that, but apart from that, it's not really doing anything for me. You know what I'm saying? I do really love this soft lip, but I do want to try this new lipstick from Laura Mercier, so I'm just going to dab off the excess of this. All right, I had to switch out my battery, so I went ahead and lined my lips. I use this Smashbox Always Sharp lip liner in Safe Word. I absolutely love these liners. They also, like when you put the cap on, they resharpen every time, so you've always got a nice little point. And then I wanted to try this Laura Mercier. This is the Rouge Essential in Beige in Time. It's so gorgeous, like high-end looking and feeling. I actually really love this color. It's like a little darker, but it's a pinky nude, and it's a really, really good color, I think, for me. So what do you guys think? I think the eye look turned out really good, and honestly, my lashes don't look bad, so I'm not hating on that mascara by any means. But this is my completed look. What do you guys think? I really love almost everything that I tried. Oh, I didn't say my face. I have the Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist. I forgot that I had this. Okay, I kind of wish the spray of this was a little bit more like spread out. It's more like a kind of thing. So descriptive. It's got a little bit of a fragrance to it, but I really love Pixie products, so I will probably love that too. I think I love pretty much everything that I tried. I'm really feeling my ColourPop stuff. Love that. Those lip tints are really gorgeous. You will definitely be seeing me wearing those because they are so pretty. Hourglass blush was amazing, and so far I am really, really liking my Hourglass Vanish foundation and concealer. So I will keep you guys posted if it becomes a regular, but I feel like my makeup is looking so pretty. I mean, Hourglass has beautiful products. Like, this blush is so pretty. I love this blush feel. Like, I would definitely want to purchase more of these because it looks truly like naturally flushed and kind of like blushing under the makeup. I really like it. So let me know what you think about this look. Also, don't forget, you can go check out this serum that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. I will have it and everything else linked below, but you can also use that code on the Look Fantastic website. So that will be linked below if you would like to check that out. Again, not an affiliate one, just a way for you guys to get a discount. So that is everything. Thank you for getting ready with me today, and I'm really liking this softer look. I'm so ready for spring, and yeah, I'm feeling it. Please, please, please leave a thumbs up if you like these type of videos. Literally, it helps so much. It's such a big, important part of YouTube now. I never know if you guys are getting notifications anymore or if I'm even popping up. So, you know, I really, really appreciate the support you guys give me in any liking, commenting, sharing, whatever you guys are doing. Of course, subscribing, but can make a difference between me being able to do what I love and not being able to. So it means the world to me. So thank you guys so much once again, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!